Well, good evening and welcome back to Okapi Sports Network as we continue to bring you the best of basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. This is the Sports Inside Exposure League playoffs, better known CL. I shall be taking you through it. My name is Kyle Musa. Joining me in the gantry of the Nyayo Gym, always the jovial chairman of the Far East Basketball Association, Moses Musosi. So, Moses Musosi, tell me, so far, how do you think of the playoffs?
So far, Mr. Cletus, once again, thank you. Thank you once again being back here at the Okapi spot. Kind of like just, it's an honor again being here as they kind of like showcase the playoffs. And so far so good. I've been here since 2 p.m. watching a couple of the matchups, and so far so good. That's what I would say. Yeah.
Well, Chairman, it's absolutely fantastic to have you back here with us. I cannot begin to say just how good it is to have someone who's been in this league, played a big role in creating the league. So I think today it's going to be much more about learning about the league and where it's planning to head, because this is the best of the best, isn't it, so far?
Yeah, definitely. Like right now, it's like we have the top 8 teams. And it has been quite a journey for a lot of these teams. Some of these teams have been part and parcel of the Sports Inside Exposure League for quite a long time. Teams like Click, they've been here for quite a long time, and still seeing them battling it out and making it to be the top 8 teams, it's quite phenomenal.
Well, incredible stuff has been happening so far in the Sports Inside Exposure League. It's been absolutely phenomenal. I cannot stress how phenomenal it's become today. And most importantly, today, as we get up to the first matchup of the day, which will be Dementors basketball taking on Kibra Talibans.
That's another, I would say, I wanted to use the word weird, but very interesting matchup, because I know Kibra have been one of the most explosive teams, but currently Dementors have been on the rise as one of the youngest, aggressive, and actually are contenders. If I look at how they played against the current champions, they are here not to visit, but they are here to also compete and possibly go for the 1 million.
Yeah, they have hammered a couple of teams as well in the process of making these playoffs, and I was a witness to some of those matchups when it didn't look likely, but they just dominated.
Yeah, most definitely. I think Coach Deng has done an amazing job, scouting the boys, but also preparing them to battle with men, and this is going to be quite interesting. I just want to see what Kibra has in store to stop the momentum that the young Dementors Warriors have been having.
Well, I've been waiting for this one. This one is going to be quite interesting. You look at the size of Dementor, is something to look at. And then also Dementors are the ones on your screen right now in black and white. They recruited also one of the best coaches in the country to help out.
Yeah, definitely. Like Mr. T9, that's a championship coach. So seeing him on the back ends of the team basically tells a lot of why you're seeing the team on the rise.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we wait for this game, I cannot wait to see Kibra Talibans. They always hustle in the playoffs. So far, they've got it to the Final Four. It just hasn't happened for them. Maybe it's a new first, this one.
No, I know that Kibra is not a team to actually be written off. It's a team that has proved once again that no matter the challenge or the struggles, they can still make it to the playoffs. And I'm 100% sure that they know the challenge they're facing, especially the young, talented Dementor team. So I'm sure they're up for the challenge.
Well, I cannot wait. This is a very young team, and that makes it quite interesting that they were in the top 2, interestingly enough.
Quite interesting. Tells you a lot about them. But I like this matchup because looking at Kibra, they also have quite a young lineup, so it's going to be a very fast-paced game. I hope the referees are up to the task.
Oh, definitely. I think it's going to be quite an interesting one, this one. I've looked at those players, and as we look at the Kibra Talibans, Coach Ronnie has done also a fantastic job.
Yeah, most definitely. Ronnie was a player in the league. I feel the fact that he played in this league, he understands the dynamics, and that's the reason why he's the best coach for Kibra Taliban right now.
Well, incredibly, I can see pretty much the same players that have been for Kibra are now still there, and that's quite something. It means they're building something in there, right?
It also tells us a lot, because if you see the same players making it to the playoffs again this time, tells me that experience is going to be an advantage for them playing against Dementors, who are young, explosive, energetic. But I think when it comes to experience, Kibra has that as an advantage.
Well, I cannot wait. If you ask me, the crew chief, that will be Paul Bathia. And he's one of those upcoming referees who is just too in tune with the rule book, isn't it?
Yeah, most definitely. Like, it's good and an honor to see him refereeing at this level, knowing that he started his kind of like his straights just right here in this league.
Yeah, as we get the tip-off away, Wafula finishes rather instinctively.
Kibra draws fast blood.
Yeah, that was very important. They like to do that. We'll like to see what they respond here. And Wall misses out, but the ball is brought up by Juma. A very good point guard as well for Kibra. Kibra are in green, in case you just didn't know. Dementors are in white and black. And an easy one for Bior Aguer, who's been in the league for quite some time as well.
It's funny when you say, it tells you that he started playing in this league when he was quite young.
Yeah, 7 seasons to be precise, if I'm not wrong. Dementors have not started well so far, as the ball is being brought up by Aglet Malak. Quote attempts at 3, but misses. Garang brings it up. Oh, and a foul picked up by Wafula. Called on by the experienced John Chasimba.
A very, very experienced referee.
Yeah, many years of refereeing this league, and maybe even when we were in this league trying to make it what it is, he was there, right?
Yeah, most definitely. He's one of those referees that intentionally chose to be in the space to mentor the likes of Paul to be able to ref at this level. It's an honor also having him still around the league.
Okay, as quote misses.
Dementors look a little bit unsettled.
Yeah, I think they're just settling in. They usually do that most of the time. They are up and running now, Dementors.
I guess the fast basket.
Yeah, Quad.
Definitely from Qual.
Yeah. Here comes Juma. Playing some lovely basketball. Can he get it? He does.
Definitely does. It's quite astonishing to notice like Kibra are intentionally attacking the paint this early. I don't know, the plan is also to actually have Dementors in foul trouble.
Yaya Garang is just not playing. The brother to the coach.
Yeah.
Garang Deng won the CL championship more than 3 times. Here is Aglet Malak. When you're near Aglet, you realize just how big he is as he draws a foul on
Player number 6.
Yeah.
For a push.
Sal Newell. No, is it Christopher Wall? Collects his fast foul as Alec punishes it ruthlessly.
Technically, Kibra are intentionally attacking the paint.
Well, they really need to. Malek gets the 2 free throws, and the ball will be brought up by one of those great players for Dementors, Wade.
Long shot.
Quote has been missing these ones, and he really needs to step it up. As we look at the starting five for Dementors, that is Yai Garang, Wade Deng, Christopher Wall, Deng Kuot, and Jong Bai. That is the starting five for Dementor.
And notice one thing about the starting five, it's quite a long starting five. Most of those players are literally almost 6 feet tall, so it tells you that the coach also was going for that size aspect of it.
Yeah, and then now we look at the Kibra side, who are in green: Mohamed Salim, Agulet Malek, Bior Aguer, Francis Wafula, and Jeko Joe. Salim is a very good three-point shooter of the basketball if you get it to him early. As Juma draws a foul.
That makes it the third team foul for Dementor.
Yai Garang, the guilty party.
It looks like it's working to the advantage of Kibra with still a lot of time on the clock, about 7 minutes of play with 3 team fouls. It means that if they just get to 5, it means any touch now will be walking to the line.
Good rebound. Yeah, Garang will bring it forward for Dementor, who are quite sensational sometimes. Ooh, something coming together. Oh, Kuo loses out, and Juma can bring the ball forward. Here is Salim. Travel, I think.
Really wasted that kind of like offensive.
It was a good transition basketball.
Yeah, it was definitely a good transition basketball.
Wade, I haven't seen him getting the mood yet, but he's gonna do that at some stage of this game.
Assuming that he's using this first quarter just to warm up.
Easy for Wade. Well, I just mentioned it, and he probably had that.
He spoke too soon.
Wafula likes to drive in towards the basket. He's very good at it.
As I told you, that has actually been their plan. I've not seen Kibra taking any shot, especially a three-point shot. They've actually been taking the ball into the paint.
When I look at the floor, I think that is quite surprising because they have Mohamed Salim. That's number 30 for Kibra. He's supposed to be at least attempting those shots, but now it looks like the strategy is to attack the rim and make sure that the big men for the tall man and the big men for Dementors are in foul trouble early so that they are able to maintain some sort of momentum. Here is Garang. Misses. Well, coming together, the other side as well. Oh, I hope, for his sake, oh no, he should not go down like that. If he goes down like that, that means, well, it's not good, but we hope that he can be okay.
Looks like he got a knock on the knee.
Yeah, he's just limping his way out as he's being escorted with all his teammates. Warren Bior is very good inside the paint. He is absolutely sensational inside the paint.
He's a very, very key player for Kibra.
As we look at Coach Deng Garang for Dementor, who is being assisted by
Mr. T9.
Yeah, himself.
You can see him there trying to give him some few tips,
okay.
Pointing to a certain direction.
And the MVP for the All-Stars just checked in. That's number 13 for Kibra. In fact, quite sensational. If you didn't know this, Kibra have taken the MVP for the All-Stars twice in a row.
Which is quite good for them.
Well, they're picking so many fouls here. And he's usually very aggressive. He's usually absolutely aggressive.
I think also, as you mentioned, I think also Kibra have changed tack, introducing him as MVP. He's a very good three-point shooter, so that tells us that definitely they want to attempt those shots now from outside.
Garang. And misses.
It's a good, strong rebound.
Ball misses that one very
sizing
wide.
him up. Nice, beautiful pass.
Here comes Wade. Bring the ball up quite easily. Salim being turned inside out. Oh!
With some razzle-dazzle. But doing that looks like he also got a knock in the process. Just trying to shake it off.
I think there's a timeout on the floor.
Yeah, he looks a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, but the timeout has been called. As they take their time to go over the first 5 minutes of this basketball game.
You can clearly see the referees there trying to just have a word and understanding, like, how did that play go?
As we look at the replays, Wade with an easy jumper who gets it. And even Salim tells him, that's a good one.
Definitely acknowledged it.
He is the defensive player. We look at him again, absolutely beautiful. Good turn and an easy shot. Just to get in. And then even Salim, what a player. He acknowledges that quite easily.
That is very encouraging to see. That sportsmanship. Good defense met good offense.
And he acknowledged it, and that was very good to see. Well, it's incredible to have Nukta with us. They are able to give us the real-time statistics. And so far, the team fouls are piling up for Kibra. It's a shock. I expected Dementor to be right up there with the team fouls. Instead, it's Kibra who are taking a beating in terms of the team fouls so far. They are on bonus now, Dementor.
I think the first 4 minutes just for Dementor to slightly warm up and adjust. And I think right now, they are also returning the cake. That ball is blocked. Good defense. Definitely the size from Dementor is going to be a problem for Kibra.
Well, it's been a problem for most teams this season. It's just been a problem for most teams. Teams have really struggled playing against them. Because when it gets to it, and Wade is on fire, and Kuwait is doing whatever he wants to do on the basketball floor, and the rest of the big men are collecting everything, it just means when you attempt, you must score. That's the only way you beat them. They've only lost, what, 3 games all season?
Yeah.
And that makes them very dangerous. A team that has just lost 3 games all season, they are very, very dangerous.
I think one of their biggest shockers when they beat Twende, the reigning champions, that was one of the biggest shockers that we actually were able to get during the regular season.
What? Oh. He's just not doing it for himself. Struggling a bit. Chongbai. Nesta always going to the referee to have a word, and he's already having one. The CL All-Stars 2025 MVP. Quite interesting.
Definitely, as a player, sometimes you usually feel like a referee should have made a certain call. So when you get an opportunity of talking and asking, why not?
Yeah, it's not bad as well. And
there looks like Kibra found an answer. Was able to shoot that ball inside a forest of tall heads.
as we look at those easy statistics there, it's just an evenly matched matchup so far, as 37% for field goals for Dementors and 33 for Kibra. And So far, the scoreline doesn't lie, does it?
Yeah, it does not lie. It does not lie. It's now really very, very close game.
And the percentages say everything you need to know about what the game is going, how the game is going for so far. Agulet Malek has just picked up a foul, and it will be Jongbai on that line.
Just caught his first shot.
Well, that team foul now is 5, and now they're going to have some real trouble in the next 2 minutes, Kibra. But they do have Malek and Abior to come in and at least attempt to match up with that size.
Yeah, I think the good thing is like observing how the two are playing. Slightly have neutralized, especially the size dominance of Dementor inside the paint. And
Yet another bonus,
yeah,
another bonus.
Yeah, just as you said, it means that every foul that is upcourt just means Dementor just going to walk to the line.
And this case, Garang goes to the line, and the reason why he's going to the line is because he's just taller than the player who attempted to go for the ball, ended up pushing him over, and now they have to do what? They get punished for it.
I think Kibra needs just to be a little bit disciplined, and now especially that they are in bonus, because it now means that the hard work that they've been putting, especially in this first part of this quarter, now they're just throwing it down the drain by picking these unnecessary fouls that are just sending Dementor now to the line.
Maybe Garwech then can help a bit. That's number 35 for Kibra, who just checked in. The rebound has been picked up, and it will be brought up by...
Just lost the ball.
Oh, again.
The timeout.
Well, they're picking so many timeouts, and nothing is developing on either side because nothing is opening up. It's just a little bit tight for both those teams.
I think I'll highly encourage, especially Kibra, to move the ball more, because the idea of them just trying to play these one-on-ones, clearly right now, it's not really working. They've actually got 2 unnecessary turnovers that have resulted to them picking fouls because of wanting to play those one-on-ones. Especially the fact that Dementor have size advantage. It means that if you're going to go for a one-on-one against them and attempt to go for a layup, they'll definitely block it.
Well, you said it, Chairman. I think that's what happens most of the time. People think that playing a basketball game means you can attack the player and then get a foul. 90% of the time, you're the one initiating the contact. And if you are initiating the contact, 90% of the time, you don't get it.
Yeah, very, very true. And clearly, we can be able to see that.
And the size also, you can't coach size, can you?
Yeah, I think that's a famous quote from one of a famous coach in the league.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing Deng do something about that. But Yai Garang will start it for Dementors. Oh, Garang loses it again, and Yai will take it.
Attempts at 2.
Garang misses, and Nesta will bring it forward for Kibra. To Okoth. Tries to, another turnover, and Garang will pick it up,
Travel. I think Nesta faked the pass, but also faked his teammate. And now when he was feeding the ball, the teammate had already moved, expecting the ball to have already been passed.
Here's Nesta. Well, still in that, I think someone has overplayed. Someone has overplayed on the the attacker. As Francis Wafula, statistics are right there, 5 points, 1 3-point made, and 1 2-point made. I expected him to have more by this stage of the game because he's one of those players who plays very good basketball. Yeah, as Abdul will try to find Okoth, who misses, and the ball will be brought up yet again by Kuwait. What?
Picks a foul.
Now, he's the one who go to the line. He has to go to the line for two. Quote is one of those players when he's on fire, and Atanga is the guilty party. Nesta.
Yeah, and then just punishes him, just scores the first one to tie the scores.
And then Kuwait has 4 points so far, and 1 free throw made, 2 free throws made, and 1 2-point scored. And as we look at what's going to transpire in this basketball game, I'm still waiting to see the fireworks. The fireworks never start early in the CL. You have to be patient, but the fireworks will come. I can guarantee you of that. It will come at some stage. Nesta to gain.
It's a beautiful basketball. He needs to score that. Scores the rebound. The ball movement there was excellent from Kibra.
Yet another foul. They just keep racking them up, Kibra. They keep racking them up because they are struggling so far to contain that size that now Gesho Gale will punish them for Dementors. It's 13-13. Look at the team fouls on your screen. That is what you do not want to see. The other team had only 3 fouls and you have 8. That is the opportunity to punish those errors and make sure that the errors that you are making, you must punish those errors. This is the time to punish it, because if you don't punish it, another quarter might go the other way. And when it goes the other way, then you have an opportunity to punish. They have an opportunity to play in. Yes, Deng to Juma. Misses. Oh, and getting a bit congested on the paint.
Yeah, it's a scramble down there.
It's a common ball. It will go the way of Dementors. And as we just checked it, as Siago just checked in for Kibra. That is the number 6.
It's a turnover. And as you mentioned, especially looking at the team foul, I think Kibra has really kind of like undone themselves because Dementor have punished them, especially they've been walking to the line.
Juma.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And erasing any advantage that Kibra has been creating by scoring layups. For them, they've been just using free throws to keep the scores this close.
Okay, now Abdul will go to the line for Kibra. He needs to be scoring these ones because so far Dementors have not been punishing those errors. They need to now punish those errors. That's what we are just talking about. As you look at the free throw percentages, yeah, they haven't gone to the line so many times as Kibra have just gone to the line. They've managed to score 50%, but Dementors are leading by 66.7. The statistics are right on your screen. You can look at them.
And that is very, very high percentage from Dementors, 66%.
Okay. Does it count? No, it doesn't. Though it was a long 3, a beautiful one, but it doesn't count. When the referee says the time is up, the time is up.
Mr. Chasimba was having none of it.
How unlucky for Deng. He would have been so excited for that one, because that one would have helped Kibra on their way to leading the match. But so far, it doesn't count.
Yeah, but so far looking at the scores, still Kibra have a slim lead, but they're leading. That's the most important thing to kind of like just note on that. They're leading. Like it was very, very clear that Dementor were definitely going to use the size advantage. Yeah.
Well, we look at the statistics for Kibra so far, and you can see the field goal percentages compared to Dementors. And so far, the rebounds stand out for me because we knew the size would be a problem for Kibra. And also, we also knew that the three-point percentage is the one that is shocking me because Dementors look like they are yet to hit one.
Yeah, definitely. I think with Dementor, the fact that they know they have size, their biggest advantage is to play inside the paint. So I'm assuming that they will take a couple of threes, but comparing to 2-point field goal attempts to 3-point field goal attempts, I think Dementor are going to try to milk as much as they can.
Well, they are not collecting. What I love is the percentage of the field goal, of the free throws. Now it is equal because Abdul just scored the 2, so now they are both on 66.7, and the other team, and Kibra is also on 66.7. And before we went to that free throw, Kibra were behind.
And I think it's very, very interesting, but also very, very important, especially with this game being this close. Free throws sometimes become the deciders, and when you look at those stats, they're giving us an indication that both teams are very sharp on free throws.
Well, as we look at that buzzer beater that was disallowed by the referee, Deng would be so excited with that one. He's coming and he's doing quite a good job.
Yeah, and I like the fact that...
Look at that,
yeah,
at steal.
Yeah.
After a basket, he goes right back and gets a steal, gets a basket. If you've been near that guy, you'll know how enormous he is. As we go into the second quarter, here is Abdul Kudus. Who was impeded. As just a sideball. Here's Kudus.
Fix the shot.
Musongoi. Kudus misses, and here is being brought by Gesho. Mabior playing away, but he doesn't get through as he loses out. Yes, exit reverse, but doesn't get it. A lot is going on in there. Kibra like it scrappy.
It has kind of like so far worked to their advantage.
Dominic Msongoi to Abdul. Oh, good turn, but doesn't get the finish.
Looks like he was not sure. Was he passing the ball or shooting the basketball?
Oh, that is a hit. It's quite a big hit from Deng. He's quite a big guy. We were just talking about it with you, Musosi. You just seen that. You might think maybe he hit him, but maybe he ran into him.
Yeah,
it's a possibility that he ran into him because the size is quite big. And when you have that kind of size and someone's that size comes into you, you expect him to also feel something. But he doesn't, does he? As Garang just has to ginga away.
The Pro Med team kind of like just making sure that he's okay. We thank them for their
Look at that, bouncing
services.
away, knowing that he didn't do anything. He's saying he didn't do anything. He just bounced him to him. And rightly so, the ball is just going to go Dementor's way because he touched a little bit.
No foul there.
Yeah, no foul, apparently.
It's okay. I think the Pro Med team is going to just kind of like patch him up. Should be good to go in a few minutes.
That's Garage Day. Newell Cell misses out, and the ball will be... Oh, they left him free. Misses. Msongoi should be doing better. Garang has just checked back in. Oh, and a beautiful, beautiful finish from Geu. He's quite a big guy as well, Jongbai. Jongbai is quite a enormous guy.
One thing that I have noticed, remember that Kibra, while playing a zone defense, they literally went and laid on top of that zone defense, literally like it was not there.
Yeah, because he's big. He's got that length, he's got the size, he's got everything. That's Jongbai. It's being substituted, I think. He's had quite a game so far, Jongbai.
Yeah, he's been very, very instrumental, especially for Dementor and where they are right now. They are in the lead. They are in the lead. With that basket, they just picked the lead.
Well, the fireworks are going to start soon.
It's a block. Good defense from Kibra.
He's hesitating. Excellent turn. Ow. He misses, but he's a very good player in the paint. Bior is a fantastic player. That's number 11 for Kibra. Here is Wed, who's just checked back in. Excellent drop off. Misses
it again.
Easy rebound for Jongbai. Wed for 3. Gets it.
Definitely gonna get that.
Well, he's a fantastic three-point shooter and a mid-range shooter. He used to play for Farm Kenya a couple of years ago, grew into it, and now he's a key player for Dementors. I did not see this one coming. A young man as well.
He's actually, I would say, one of those rising stars from the league itself.
Here's Msongoi. Mid-range, misses.
Good shot.
Easy now for the rebound. They just didn't participate in picking it up.
I would call it a very rare rebound.
Good block. Bior is creating all sorts of problems for this Dementors team, and easy lay from Ngoi, is it? Yeah. Well, a foul is called. Well, it's tied still at 19-19, and the team fouls are still only one. It's still only one, so which means both teams are just not scoring as we expected they would be.
But I also say that I think if you look at the team fouls, it tells us a lot. It means like the defense aspect of it, both teams have kind of like cleaned up. They're playing a little bit better defense, which is good, comparing with the first quarter where both teams had a lot of fouls, especially Kibra with 8.
Wafula. So go. Abdul Desh misses. Bior. Wafula for 3 misses. Wafula needs to start hitting those very quickly because so far in this game, it's probably the lowest percentage you are seeing so far from the three-point line.
Especially with the number of attempts that he's taken.
What is another guilty party? Travel called because it's a travel call for Wade Deng. As Garang will be having a word by the crew chief of the match.
I think the travel call has actually been a challenge for a lot of athletes, especially not understanding why a referee will just call a travel when he...
Excellent steal.
Yeah.
From Garang.
Picks a... Yeah, picks kind of like just a heavy... I was almost say a block, but picks a heavy foul. But it's good. It also tells us that Dementor have now started attacking the paint. That's going to be a good thing for them because now it means the team fouls for Kibra have started piling up. Now they have 3.
Malek is checking in for Wafula. And Kibra have collected 3 to Dementors none so far in this quarter. And those fouls, again, just like the first quarter. Here's Garang, who now punishes that error in picking up that foul for Dementor. He'll have a second one.
Misses the second one.
Wade for three. Oh, he'll go to the line. Surely now he'll go to the line for three, and he's a very good shooter of the basketball. I cannot wait to see what he does with the charity ball.
Again, as I said, very, very unnecessary. Very, very, I would say again, lack of discipline from Kibra. Especially that three-point call, you cannot jump into the shooter clearly.
He nails the first one.
Yeah, he's going to punish them, definitely.
Kibra have 4 fouls compared to the Dementors, who have none in this quarter. Punishes the second one. Now they've collected a foul, which means someone has got a personal foul. At the same time, they're being punished for it, and the other team has no foul. It's dangerous to play like that.
Pressure on the ball.
No, he's too big. He's too big. He's too big. Yeah, I expected him to lose, not to lose out. For three, gets it. Wonderful play by Wade. Absolutely sensational shooting of the basketball so far.
You mentioned what time would he catch fire. Now he has caught fire.
So now they'll need Salim to do the same, because if they don't, look at the percentages over there. Salim misses. They have their 2 big men on the floor, and they get it. Malek and Bior are now back in the floor for the first time since the beginning of the first quarter, when Bior had to go off with that supposed injury.
And I would say that it was so clear they needed him back, and when they kind of like felt like he was ready, they've immediately brought him back into the fold.
Well, I cannot wait to see what they come up with now, because now the Dementors are in the lead 25-21, and Kibra are in foul trouble.
I would say that for me, I would highly encourage Kibra just to be disciplined enough, because I'm assuming that the fouls they're picking, especially the latest one from the three-point, is just lack of clear discipline. Very, very unnecessary.
Wade, again! They need to defend him. They need to stop him. If they don't do that, we know he'll continue doing that the whole game, don't we? He's very good at it. He's absolutely sensational when it comes to that. And here, good defense. Good defense. I think that was absolutely sensational.
Kicks it out. But now again, they carelessly lose that ball that they've really worked so hard to get.
They lose out again, and this time Salim will bring it forward for Kibra. Blocked easily. The size is just not going their way at the minute. Jongbai, the one who blocked it, he's too big. You cannot go. Salim, Salim is a wonderful player from beyond the tray line, but when it comes to the paint, he's not very good at it. You cannot anticipate him to be going in and attacking someone like Jongbai.
It felt like he was actually going inside a Dementor thicket, trying to lay the ball.
And Wade Deng is up to 13 points so far for Dementor, and we expected him to be just that.
Yeah, the stats speak for themselves. The stats speak for themselves. It was expected. It was expected. And I feel like the timer that has just been called, I think it's definitely for Kibra to make some few adjustments.
Look at Jongbai.
Yeah, very strong.
As you look at those replays, it's too big. It's too big. And then they get hammered by a tray from the man on fire right now on that floor. Look at Jongbai moving the basketball quite well, but loses out. 3 players to try and stop one, which means
somebody's
a tray is on the way. But the Dementors celebrate like it is their last game on earth.
Yeah, and it's very good, especially, and very encouraging to see that, especially you as a player. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's just the other replay. It was absolutely brilliant.
That's beautiful to see.
Yeah. As Coach Dengarang is having a word. It was quite, look at the Dementors bench. It's just sensational to see that, because they are together. You can feel it. And now they're up to 28 points. Wade is up to 13. And I think that timeout should have been for him.
Yeah.
When Kibra called that timeout, they just need to go and discuss Wade. That's it. Because so far they are doing quite a good job on Jongbai, despite him being the tallest man on that floor.
Yeah, I think for me, Kibra have really worked hard, especially on the offensive side. I think they just need to be slightly disciplined on the defensive side and just take care of these unnecessary fouls that they're picking.
Zongoi, not very good from him. That was just awful.
Songoy doesn't look like the player we watched a couple of years back, especially last season. Remember, he had an injury, kind of like broke his arm, and I think after that injury, we are yet to get that explosive player we are used to.
Yeah.
To travel?
Was it? I thought the shot clock was up, maybe.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What? That's what he's good at. You cannot allow Quat to do that. You do that, he's going to punish you over and over and over again. He's a very good explosive player inside the paint, and he does the layups quite... Jongbai takes it again. Jongbai is having a blinder on this floor. He's doing everything that you expect a guy to be doing. For three, gets it, Wade again. They really needed to discuss him. They haven't discussed him. He's still punishing them.
I'm assuming they're going to take another timeout now.
They really need to discuss him. It is the only thing Kibra need to do. Discuss Wade. And here comes Gara. Finishes. They're having a field day. They need another timeout now. Yeah. Bior Aguirre is doing something for Kibra, but it's not enough. It's just not enough. Oh, Jongbai again. No, this time it is what?
Kibra have gone cold.
It's not that they've gone cold. They are being hammered at the minute. They are just being hammered. They're being dominated in quite every way and manner. And as we look at that, look at the rebound. Kibra have got even more rebounds, and that tells you something. It means even with Dementors missing a couple of them, Kibra are doing what? Are still getting the opportunities to go and attack, but they're just not making use of it. Oh, Nesta!
I would love to see a couple of those.
Yeah, Nesta needs now to step it up and play like he played in that All-Stars. Yeah, otherwise, Wade is outshining him.
Yeah, but I'm assuming that now he's actually answering the call.
Mabior misses.
Went in and out.
That will be Christopher Wall, who just missed that one. Nesta Tanga to David Msongoi for three from Salim. Salim needs also to just find his footing. Nesta, yeah, they've locked him out. Look at what Wade is doing. He's locking him down. No, he's locking him down because he knows he's dangerous. He's just taken only one that has gone in, and now he's not allowing him to take any easy shots like that. But Dementors are being allowed to take it from any angle.
I love the fact that you can imagine that one of the best three-point shooters from Dementor, reading the game early and making sure that he's able to lock down the other three-point shooter from Kibra. So that is really good. Again, Kibra being very sloppy.
They're careless. They're being careless with the basketball. They're just being, let's just go and enjoy ourselves. And they're already down with a couple of points. And if this continues, Dementors will run away with it. Because generally Dementors come to the fore when the game is going to finish, not when it's starting. And if you've already given them a head start.
It's another foul.
Yeah. Dementors are the best finishers in this league. This season, they've been the best finishers. Anytime they are in the lead, they will close it out. It doesn't matter whether they are up by 4, 2, 1. I am yet to see Dementors lose a game that they are leading heading into the fourth quarter. They haven't. None of them.
Very true, Clay. And I think with Kibra, I hope they did their scouting very well. I think their scouting report would actually be reflecting what you're clearly now saying. And I think that would really be shaping how they approached playing against Dementor.
Well, Garang is on the line. Let's see if he makes the next one.
Definitely makes the second.
And this is what makes them special. They do not waste those opportunities on the free throw line. Most teams come here, they play their basketball and hope that we are going to win from open play. Dementors want to win from every single play they get.
And I think that means that especially when they are practicing and they're doing their coaching back at home, clearly shows that free throws is part and parcel of what they train and work on. Because you find that a lot of players, they don't understand that free throws sometimes can actually be the difference between winning
And
or losing a game.
yeah, very true, Chairman. And I'm enjoying this so far. And Zongo has taken a couple of those. He's netted none. You know, he's taken quite a number of those three-point shots, and he's netting none. Perhaps Nesta.
He needs just to be a little bit composed. He should be able to get one or two of those.
And that's what is letting down Kibra, because we all know that the Dementors are simply ahead because of Jongbai and Wade dropping some sensational three-pointers, and Jongbai doing his job defensively.
Yeah, very true, Mr. Clay. Very, very true.
So it's just come down to those two players, and they have not done anything to stop them. They just keep doing whatever they want on that floor. Kibra need to discuss Jongbai and Wade. They need to lock those players down completely, because the minute Jongbai picks a rebound, the ball is out. They move it very nicely on the offensive front. After they've moved it very nicely, what happens? At Trey, Jongbai needs at least two players on him. Yeah, instead of having someone like Bior or Malek on him, you're having three players on him. You are allowing the other three players or the other team free space to do whatever they want with the basketball once it gets to them.
And it's very true, because I clearly would say that, especially for Dementor, looking at how they've been moving the basketball has really been to their biggest advantage. They're able to locate and identify those gaps that Kibra have actually been allowing, and clearly they've punished them, especially on those three.
Very much. Nesta with a teardrop misses out. As the second quarter comes to an end, and Dementors are right in it. They are dominating. They've dominated the second quarter from maybe the 5th minute, where they just decided we are going to take a couple of shots and see what transpires. And they are now in the lead, 36-24.
Yeah, that definitely speaks a lot about the character and the discipline of Dementors as a team. I felt like they really started with a little bit of struggling, but clearly tells me that, as you've mentioned, they tend to get better like wine with time. And that is clearly now starting to definitely show. But I feel like Kibra still have this game, especially if they just tighten on those lose-lose areas, especially being very, very disciplined on playing good defense, but also reading the game, because clearly it means that now Dementor are running away, especially taking a lot of three-point shots that are falling in.
Yeah,
they have to readjust that.
Very true. And as we go to the halftime break, Dementors lead by 36-24. Well, welcome back from the halftime break and the Sports Exposure League here at Okapi Sports Network.
Definitely here in the magnetic, amazing Nyayo Stadium.
Well, Musosi, so far, what are you making of the game?
Still a dicey affair, especially if Kibra just adjust their discipline, especially on the defensive aspect, because clearly the men have been punishing them.
Well, this is the first of the double headers.
Yeah, sure. The next one definitely is going to be a cracker. The reigning champions are going to be in action.
Well, I cannot wait to see what comes up next, as Wall will start it for... Oh, Garang will start it for Dementor. Into Ed, who was the man on fire, we can say clearly in the first half, the entire 2 quarters.
Yeah, he's definitely my MVP of that first half of this game.
But a basketball game can change, you know that. We know this because it's happened not once, not twice, so many times before. It's a basketball game.
And definitely that is why we love basketball. It's always very, very unpredictable.
Well, they inbound it into Garang. And Kuot will try to maneuver his way in. Garang for 3. Misses, but Bior is there to pick up the rebound for Kibra, and Francis Wafula will bring it forward. Wafula. An attempt by Nesta. Oh! A lays it in front of Kuot. I didn't see that one coming. Well, the shell shocked Nesta. Quite dramatic. Feeling had done by, and it now goes their way.
Yeah, looks like his complaint was justified. The referees kind of like listened to him, and the ball is back with him.
Malek. Bior, excellent high-low post, wonderful play. That is classic big man play. It's been there for years.
Yeah, and very awkward, I would say that. That's a very rare special opportunity that Kibra have gotten, especially understanding the way the men have been dominating in terms of size inside that paint.
Yeah, there was a push. I think that is a foul, and there was a push. And Bior is trying to save somebody.
Looks like he wants to pick it.
Yeah, he says it's his.
I don't know if Mr. Chasim, but the center referee, he is convinced.
Yeah, he is, and Wall is trying to make something out of it. Misses it. And this is where now it becomes crucial. You cannot afford to miss those, but Wade misses it. Went for the teardrop rather than just his usual jumper.
Yeah.
He felt a teardrop would be better suited. And Garang was having a word.
The mental free throws have been their bread and butter. I hope they have not started struggling with it now.
Once you do that, then the problem. The high-low again. And then they get it. That's absolutely, they have done that now twice, and it's giving them rewards. They need to keep doing that because they're right back in the base. It's a 5-point game now.
And they steal the ball.
Salim, excellent for 3. Well, a rebound and easy from Malek. I think a timeout surely for Dementors.
Definitely, just like that.
Yeah, they really need to go talk. They really need to talk. It's just not going for them at the minute.
Yeah, looks like there definitely was a gap that Kibra's coach has been able to identify now. He's really milking it. especially inside that paint.
And it's a 3-point game now. So they are right back in it from being 10 down, more than 11 down. They are now just 3 nearly. They are nearly there. They need to see if they can do better. We were just talking with you at halftime about this game, and you were pointing out that Kibra should be doing a little better than what they are doing in the first half.
I think for me, I was definitely expecting, and I'm still expecting a lot, because I feel like they are the most advantaged team in terms of experience. They should be able to read and maximize on their gaps and maximize on their strengths. So I think right now it's game on. It's game on back, and as you said, we're about to witness some fireworks. Let's see what Dementor is going to respond with. That timeout wasn't just a timeout. Definitely they're making some adjustments.
Yeah, that's the player of the match so far. Wade just going together with Salim, who has been punished quite a number of times by Wade today so far. But I'm looking forward to it, because Salim is not one of those players who just goes away quietly.
Yeah.
Wait, they are getting tighter. That is exactly what they need to be doing. They needed to be doing that. Yeah, and it goes against them. And this is what they needed to do in the first quarter and the second. They did not do that the entire second quarter. They found themselves more than 11 points down, and now they're doing it. They're getting tighter. They are now forcing Dementors into errors.
Yeah, and actually, if you notice now, Dementor actually trying to make rushed shots. Now that's the discipline that I was talking about. I think Kibra, they just need to value possession. They've played good defense. Now they've just lost again, just because of a bad poor pass.
Here's Garang. Quote has taken quite a number of 3-point attempts, and I don't think he's made any.
The question is like, is that his
Referee Jugura just
pushing you
informing the player, let's go, next play. The ball will go Kibra's way. There's no need for you to ask what's going on.
Yeah.
Just go and play some good defense the other side. Here's Wafula. Salim, now he gets it. He's really attempted to get that 3-point shot, and he hadn't got it, but now he has.
That might actually mean that finally he's cracked it, and he's going to attempt a couple of 3-pointers.
Garang and Dementors are making so many errors, and misses. And they got in that. The game is a tight game now.
36 ups.
Yeah. It wasn't going anyway. It was always going for Dementor, but now Kibra are right back in the mix. The Talibans, their nickname is the Talibans. You know that, right?
Yeah, now they are playing like their name, the Talibans.
Wafula is up to 7 points for Kibra. Wait, they're getting tighter. Look at that. Again, they're getting tighter. And that is what is causing tighter again. That's better defense. That's better defense. That's better defense from Kibra. We expected that. However, they miss, and
is it a foul or
no, just a coming together, I feel. It was just a coming together. Well, you have to give credit to that decathlon for the tarmac balls as well.
Yeah, those balls have been amazing. Yeah. One of the best quality balls that we have around.
And Nesta is still having a wild feeling like he was hard done by, but I thought it was just a coming together. Yeah. Two players trying to get the basketball, and you can advantage one and leave the other one out, and that's what happens. Yeah. It's a basketball game.
Yeah, it looks like it's like they have 4 seconds. I think that good defense, that defense for Kibra is paying off now.
They've played very good defense since the beginning of this quarter. Dementors have called a timeout. They've come back in, and it's just not working.
And I think for me that was important. I think if they did that in the second quarter, we might have been having a different score, especially favoring Kibra.
Well, I agree with that, because so far they've cut the lead. Dementors haven't scored in this quarter, have they?
And that is very, very rare for you to lock out Dementor. Right now it's 6 minutes on the clock for you to lock out Dementor for about 4 minutes. That is very, very rare.
They haven't scored in this quarter. Nesta Otanga gets That's it.
And that gives them their lead back.
Yeah, now they're right back in the mix, not just in the mix, but in the lead.
The lead.
That makes it quite interesting because we knew that Dementors would run away with it, but now it's not going. They're just getting tighter. That's just the thing they have changed.
And this is definitely the discipline that I was talking about earlier, and it's very, very good to see that they've really made that adjustment.
Look at the percentage now on that field goal. Another foul picked up by
player number 6. Pushing foul.
Well,
yeah.
Well, the guilty party. Abior, very good shooter of the basketball on the line. Abior is very good on the line, much like Malek, the one with the dyed hair on the free throw line. See, Malek got it back. Can he finish? Still got it back. They are causing problems for this Dementors team right now. Abior. Easy lay for Quart, and now this is now the player they really need to be careful with because he likes the one-on-one and he likes to punish it. He usually 90% of the time he will get a basket.
Yeah, definitely I think with Kibra, especially with the good work they've done so far, I think what you're saying is very, very important for the coach to take note of and make those key adjustments, because if again Deng gets an advantage over now pulling and getting those easy layups, it's really, really going to be another set.
And as we look at this, here's something interesting. For the first time, Dementors are reading on the fouls.
Yeah, that's actually something that I'd mentioned. I remember when they started the game, especially the first quarter, they ended up pushing Dementor to pick early fouls. The second quarter, the story turned.
It was early fouls, but they did pick up more than 8 Kibra in the first. They picked up, what, 7 in the second? But right now, look at the discipline you were talking about.
Yeah.
Dementors now have 3. Wade. Good transition. What? Misses.
And I think I just mentioned right now, if they don't identify where Quart is and they cover him, this is what is going to be happening. They're going to be missing and Quart is going to be running for this transition basket.
Yes.
That now is either getting him on the line or he's scoring.
Now Kibra are also up to 3. An even game so far.
With that,
An even game so far.
Dementor tie the game with that free throw from them.
Yeah. Quart, he really needs to make those counts, and he does.
He does. Punish it.
Only just. Yeah. Here's Atanga. Bior. Well, he expected some contact and it didn't come from Quart. Now
he ended up shifting his pivot.
Yeah, he has now to go back and rediscover his fate in a timeout. Maybe a break would assist him to realize his pivot work. Bior.
One of the key things that I think I mentioned earlier is also the other part of being disciplined for Kibra is to make sure that they value possession. Because now you have an advantage that you've just lost by traveling. It's very, very important for Kibra to understand that especially basketball is a game of possessions and what you're doing with it. Anytime they're getting the possession, they're wasting it. Now they're giving Dementor a chance of coming back into the game.
Yeah, look at that. Quart just Jongbai picking up the ball and then laying it off to Quart, who lays it off to Wade, who just bangs it. Absolutely wonderful scenes from the first half to, going towards the towards Dementor, and we haven't seen that in the second so far in the third quarter.
I think the defensive formation.
Look at that. Kibra was sulking. You can look at their body language in that quarter. They weren't just doing anything.
I think looking at especially these replays from the first half, it was very, very clear. Dementor were having a field day, especially moving the basketball and getting the ball to spots where they were getting points.
Well, then Quart is up to 12 points. We were just looking at some of his highlights and how he managed to get there, most of them driving in towards the basket. And He's not made any tries so far, has he?
I think for me, I don't really want to see him literally taking 3 points because that's not his strength. 3-point shots are not his strength. Let him stick to what he does better, especially attacking the paint.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. Well put, Musosi, as he tries again, but this time encounters Bior with a wonderful block. Denied, easy.
It off. Yeah.
Here is Juma to Malek. Bior, excellent left-hand turn and an easy basket for him.
He's reading definitely that he has a mismatch, and every time he's getting the ball, he's attacking that mismatch.
Well, I love the stats from Nukta. As we can see the blocks there, Dementors have 3 and Kibra have 2.
It's a close tie there. It's like it's almost at par. The size, especially from Dementor, has kind of like been neutralized by the size that Kibra has.
Yeah, it's just the 2 players. Kibra, I don't understand. They're just not looking at it. As we look at also the steals, look at the Dementor steals. I have 3, and I have a feeling most of those steals are from Jongbai.
Definitely. He has been the most aggressive, especially when it comes to defense.
I cannot put a finger on who has been the key player for Kibra in terms of getting the basketball off the opponent, but they do have 4.
Yeah, good to see and very encouraging. And I think with discipline, they will definitely put more on the board. The travel.
That is just a humongous travel. Everyone can see that.
Again, now looks like Dementor now becoming a little bit careless. They're not valuing possession. Just as mentioned earlier, possessions, it's extremely important on a very close game like this.
You all sell the guilty party in that occasion. Salim rejected by Wade. Yet another block from Dementor. And Joe by to sell. And Newell Cell misses out again. He looks like he's just checked in, but the game is going a little bit too fast for him.
Yeah.
Because he's had a turnover. He's now had a missed shot. And Dementor don't need that right now, do they?
They don't need that.
Malek! It's a foul.
Kibra have now turned the tables and now dominating Dementor down there with the size of their 2 tallest players.
Yeah, just Malek and Bior. Who needs anyone else?
They're causing all sorts of problems down there for Dementor.
Salim having a conversation.
He's trying to explain something to the referee. Now Malek has to score these free throws. Especially he just missed the first one.
Well, the dyed hair is quite unique. You can't miss it. But he does miss the free throw.
Yeah, he has.
Here's Bior. Malek attacking the paint. Bior. Beautiful shot. He's just having a field day with that left hand of his.
It's cute and amazing to see that right now Bior has found his rhythm.
The rhythm is coming from him and Malek combining rather spectacularly. When they do that, it's so difficult to match them. They are dominating that paint at the minute. Another foul, this time on Kuot, who pushes Okapi. And the ball will go Kibra's way. Look at the team fouls again.
And it's obvious now that Kibra have an advantage. The next 2 minutes, if they are able to understand the advantage they have on the team fouls right now, they'll literally be walking to the line and just getting 2.
And they really need to convert them, don't they?
They definitely need to do that.
Okoth converts the first. Victor. Converts the second. This is going to be a tight game. Certainly look at Bior Aguirre. Look at that. 11 points for him. It's so nice to see a player of his caliber delivering on a big stage.
And
here comes Mabior, who misses wildly. Juma. Face to face with finding. Look at that again. The 2 big men for Kibra combining.
definitely know that Kibra now understand that that's the advantage. Every time they're coming down for offense, they're setting the ball to go into the paint, into their big men, who have been causing all sorts of problems for Dementors.
I agree with you. I do agree with you. And it's just going to be quite interesting to see how this one develops. And
currently, it's a two-possession game. Kibra leading 45-40.
Can he? Jongbai! Now he starts to score, and that is a warning shot for Kibra. They really need now to realize that he doesn't just need to post inside the paint. He can now take the mid-range shots.
And I think it's also very, very encouraging to see. Especially Dementor needed another scorer.
Here is Yaya. Mabior Jongbai. Ooh. Just shifted the pivot, unfortunately. This game has had quite a number of travels. I didn't expect quite a number of travels as well.
I think that's definitely an area that I might really, really encourage, especially the coaches, to invite either referees to be part and parcel of their training sessions to actually help players understand when a travel is called and why it is called. That's going to make a very, very good deal. Again, another travel call. So I think it's something that I think
there was an offensive foul. Someone blocked a defender from moving. Garang will inbound the ball to Wed, right on their bench.
Yeah, as I was saying, especially Claire, as you as a lead referee, I think you should be visiting a couple of these trainings for these teams and just help them understand the aspect of why travels are being called, because I feel sad for teams to lose possession just because they're traveling a lot. Yeah,
I agree with you. And as Jongbai will go to the line, he's come to the fore a little bit now because he's feeling his team is a little bit under pressure. The guards have been cut off completely. They cannot play without any sort of pressure. Now he's the man to go, and he's getting their baskets right now.
And I think it's really, really, I'm sure for Coach Deng, it's very encouraging, especially knowing that Kibra had really studied and made some adjustments that now had really kind of like clogged his offense. Now getting him getting on point, it means he becomes the go-to guy, especially now on offense.
Jongba is now the go-to guy for Dementors, and they really now need to find a way. He's now up to 5 points, and the 5 points have just been scored in the last 2 minutes.
Definitely, Mr. Cletters, that's clear. And I think if Kibra don't read that quickly, he'll actually cause a lot of damage. Now Kibra with just a 1-point lead.
Yet another one. This time the guilty party is the one who just checked in K Deng. That's number 15 for Dementors. As Juma will bring the ball up. Face to face with Garang. Misses. And that will be it for the third quarter of this basketball game. The game is still just a 1-point game. This time, when we went to that break, Dementors were in the lead by more than 11 points. But right now, they are down by 1 point.
I think this quarter has actually been a quarter for Kibra. I think for me, the fact that they became a team that could read and be disciplined enough, that's why we're seeing these results that we're seeing right now. I think they need to keep that up, especially as we are heading to the last quarter, because you can do all that work and end up kicking the bucket.
Well, this is the
last beat of the game.
Yeah, this is the moment I anticipate. I anticipate fireworks now. We are getting to that stage whereby almost, as you look at the statistics here, the improvement on Kibra's side is what you want to look at. Look at the rebounds, 31. That's 10 points more. But we can start with the field goals as well, 30%. Look at the three-point shot, slightly edged by Dementors, but that's because of Wed Deng, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. And I think Free throws for me have been key, and you can clearly see that both teams are above 50%. That has actually been a very, very, very key ingredient of why the scores are that close.
Yeah, it's true. And you look at that, and the steals are just evenly matched. No, the assists are evenly matched, but the steals,
Yeah,
big chance for Dementors.
big chance, but I would say for me the rebounds have actually been a very big key, because one thing we were discussing earlier was that we felt like Dementor had an advantage of size, so we felt like rebounds are actually going to be falling to their side. But looking at those stats,
I think Bior Aguirre and Agulet Malek have got a lot to say about that for Kibra.
Yeah, they're doing a very, very good job. That's an excellent job of why we're seeing the scores where they are currently.
Yeah, in the first half it was all Jongbai and Quat dominating those paints.
Yeah.
Here is rejected.
Locked. We have some interesting 10 minutes.
Songoi kicks out to Salim. Bior. Easy for him. Well, he's dominating that paint. So right now, if you look at the difference in the game so far in the second half, I would go for Bior.
Definitely, I think he has understood that he has an advantage in terms
An easy
of
one for Quat.
Yeah, he has been milking and studying and reading the matches that he has been given at Kibra by Dementor, and he has actually been executing.
Yeah, so we can agree that Salim misses. We can agree that Bior has been the player of the second half so far.
Yeah, definitely.
The MVP of the second half.
Yes.
Where was the first half? Oh, misses wildly, and they cannot pick up the rebound. And Atanga will bring it forward. Here's to Salim. Loses out as it's a scramble. Atanga gets it back. Face to face with Garang. And he is penalized for a push on Atanga.
Bior Aguirre, 11 points.
Yeah, we look at those statistics and they're just going up, aren't they, Aguirre, from Aguirre.
Yeah, they are.
Songoi, Jongba is just too big. Salim misses wildly. Salim has just dropped only one tray. By my recollection, he's not been, as Bior is up to 13 actually, not 11. I think they hadn't factored in the last basket, but it's thanks to Nukta. We can confirm to you he's up to 13 points. And look at those offensive rebounds. 3.
Quite inspiring to see that.
Yeah. Again, he's everywhere, Bior. Well, it could have been a big miss had he not been able to return to this floor.
Definitely.
He's doing absolutely everything for Kibra at the minute. And they have realized that we need Bior to be on fire, and they are giving him the basketball all the time.
And I think, as you're putting it earlier, I think for me, every ball that has gone to Bior has actually given Kibra something.
Yes, I agree with you. Word went up, and team fouls 1 each so far in this fourth quarter. Exhilarating fourth quarter, it must be said. So far, they've been matched. So far, it hasn't gone one way or the other, but still, Bior looks to be the man to help Kibra on their way to victory.
Especially understanding where the game is right now, especially with this close call. I'm sure, as you're putting it, he's going to be key. He's going to be key.
So now, how about Dementors? Who do you think is going to stand up in this quarter? Because they need someone.
I think for me, Dan Quat. Dan Quat has been that go-to guy for Dementor, and I'm yet to see him spring back, especially in the second half, and I have a feeling that he has something hidden at the back of
his mind. But I also think Jongbai is one of those ones we should also look at. As we look at Salim combining very well with Bior with some lovely, lovely moves. Look at that. Leaving Quat for dead, and even Jongbai, who attempted to block and couldn't get there. Because he's got the size as well, doesn't he?
I think for me, if I'm Kibra's coach, understanding that that's our go-to guy. Every possession will actually be played through him. All our offensive are going to be run through him until Dementor find a solution of stopping him. Currently, I don't think they have.
What? The man you were just talking about with that one?
Yeah, he's definitely going to be the difference maker, especially if Dementor are to actually make a run.
Well, I cannot wait to see what comes next in these playoffs because so far we've seen quite a number of fantastic games.
Most definitely, Sir Clay. He misses.
Well, it's level. Well, this is going to go down to the wire.
It is definitely going to go down to the wire.
There's no favorite in this one so far. Beyond. Atanga! Oh, rebound. I think the shot clock is up, maybe. The shot clock or a foul?
Looks like it is.
No, I think maybe. Yeah. Well. Okay, there's just consultation from the referee whether the shot clock was up or it touched the rim. Because if it touched the rim, they have 14 seconds to play again.
And reset again.
Yeah. Okay, I'm curious to see this one.
It would be quite interesting to see.
Well, it's a big call. Oh, the shot clock. Yeah, it didn't touch the rim. So they don't get the basketball back. It will go Dementor's way.
It's good defense from Dementor.
Yeah, they played until the 24 was up. And now the ball will go to Dementor as Gale will bring it forward. Quat. Face to face with Msongoi. Drives in, misses this time. Jongbai with a big rebound and he's fouled.
Will he be going to the line for 2 shots?
Well,
see. Well, looks like it is a side ball.
Jongbai is playing his part, so someone else has to pick it up a little bit.
Most definitely.
Gale is just waiting to be handed the basketball. Jongbai just doing some consultations. But I think it's a close one. Here's Wed. Quat. Face to face with Malek. Quat misses out.
He's trying. He's trying.
He's trying to get into his rhythm, but he needs to do that immediately. They don't have chance. Good shot by rebound. They are taking so many rebounds, Kibra.
But they are not maximizing and using them.
Well, they need to start maximizing them. Otherwise, it's a problem. They are going to have a problem if this continues because it's only a matter of time before Dementors start doing the same thing to them. And once the game is so close like that, it can go really either way.
And I think it's true because if we compare especially the balls that Dementors have picked as rebound, they've been able to execute and put the ball back up there and get points. But Kibra, if they don't make their numbers count, that's going to be a problem.
Well, look at the Bior Aguer. That's number 11 for Kibra as they go for a timeout. Look at 6-2 points. That is 12 points for him. Yeah, and in total he has 13. Look at the defensive rebounds. That is where he's made the difference, hasn't he?
He's actually doing his work on the defensive rebound, definitely.
Because if those rebounds are going to someone like Jongbai, you have a problem because he can find the opposition at any time. Yeah. Jongbai. So Malek, look at the high-low. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
He drives in, tries to locate Bior, and then gets him.
And I love the fact that they're able to switch immediately. Once one goes down, the other one replaces him.
Exactly, and that is the key part. It's what is giving them the biggest difference. When one goes down, the other one comes up, and it's just as easy as that. And he has got a magnificent left-hand shot.
And especially inside the paint
Do
area.
not let Biors play inside your paint. You're going to be massacred by him.
Yeah, so far so good from him.
The player of the second half.
Player of the second half.
I don't think we've seen Wade in this half so far. And time is starting to run out.
I think one of the most important key things to understand that, especially for both coaches, they were reading and adjusting how they were playing defense and how they were playing offense. And I think eventually he was able to find his spot.
Well, fantastic from the coaches as well. We have to give credit to them because they are putting up a fight here. And look at the field goal percentages. Not that far away because they are not that far away from each other, are they?
Yeah, very, very true. Completely
That one is at 24%, 0.5, and the other one is at 28%. It's not too big, and the scoreline says that way.
Says a lot about what we're seeing on the scorecard.
Well, Kibra do love an overtime. We've seen this before. Are we going to see it again?
Let's see where this falls. So far, it's 47 ups. And the three-point percentage, so far, Dementor are on a clear lead.
They still are on a lead thanks to Wade. Earlier exploits, I think, on fire. They've been on fire. He has been on fire in the first half. I think that's the only reason why they are still ahead. And the turnovers, look at that. Total turnovers. The other one has 12, the other one has 13.
Again, tells you that it's very, very close.
It's close, and the scoreline ascertains that.
Yeah, they've really tied in a lot of key areas also.
Wade for three. Blocking.
Looks like somebody set an illegal strike.
Oh no.
Blocking.
That must be John Bai because he's the number 11 for Dementors. I think he got a little too excited.
And that was a threat because once he got that screen, regardless of being illegal, he actually scored that three-point shot.
Yeah, he would have been up again and running.
Now we're back again to what I was saying. Now Kibra, especially where the time is, they have to be disciplined. Take care of the basketball and value possession.
Well, unfortunately for them, Jongbai has the basketball and he's looking to make them pay for that error in judgment. Here's Quat. He's waiting for him to move. Quat finally gets his first tray of the basketball game. He's attempted several attempts from the three-point line and he hasn't gotten anything to sing. But now he gets it. This is the time you don't let someone swing.
And he's getting it at the right time.
Yeah.
Good ball movement.
They are denying Bior, and look at who is denying him. Oh, and the instant reply from Salim Mohammed. Absolutely fantastic basketball game.
Now,
I love
here
this.
comes the spark that you were talking about earlier, Mr. Sackley.
Yeah, now we just have to respond. Whoever has the nerve, hold it in and you will be fine. If you don't, then you're in trouble.
And that is good defense from Kibra. They've just kind of like forced Dementor to travel.
Well, Deng is also up to 17 points. Look at that, 4 3-points made. I think that's more than a double of what his teammates have made.
For the remaining 3 minutes, as I
Wall.
told you earlier.
Ooh. Oh no, look at the coach, he's not happy about that. I knew that one was coming. A sub must be affected. That was not good at all.
The coach understands clearly the value of possessing the ball. And you cannot lose the ball just like that by just throwing it actually to your players who are sitting on the bench.
We are just at 3:30 to go in this fourth quarter. You need to take care of the basketball. Francis will release it at the depth, and they will move it quickly with Mabior. Dementors, easy. Yes, they get it.
Pass.
They get it from Garang. Now they are up by 2. It just makes it quite interesting to see how that one goes. Salim is up to 9 points.
Go up.
Salim again. Oh, misses this time for Kibra. Quick recovery by Wafula. Now to Bior. They are trying to stop him, but they're just not doing it. They're just not doing it.
Definitely having a field day.
They're just not doing it.
Inside that paint, especially in the second half of this game, he's actually done what he wanted.
Jongba.
Trying to.
Outlet. Now misses. That is quad.
The scores are still tied. 52 to 52 with 2 minutes 18 seconds on that clock. He needs
Salim gets it. Another one from Kibra. Salim should be up now to 12 points. He's playing very well now. And this is what we were saying. Look at the percentages. They're just nearly matched. But now, very soon, it's going to turn and Kibra are going to close in on that percentage.
Yeah.
And they're closing in at the right time.
At the right time.
Malek has been fouled and Kibra have a chance to make sure that this one goes up to 5 points with less than 1:48 to play.
And I think right now is when players need to understand that with the time left on the clock, being able to read, understand, and value possession and punish teams on the line, that is what actually gives you a win. So he needs to score those 2 free throws, especially now. He scores the first one.
If he scores this one, Kibra, Dementors will be under pressure.
Definitely.
Now the pressure at timeout surely is coming for Dementors.
They have to get an early timeout.
They're gonna get a
if they allow Kibra to start building momentum, to go. They've scored both.
They haven't taken it. They are allowing them to play. They believe that it isn't much. That's wild from Garang, and he expected something, but nothing was forthcoming.
He was trying.
Look at that, good ball movement.
This is game.
Salim.
It's a dead ball.
Well, still from Kenya versus Twende, the reigning champions and the former champions will be coming head-to-head later on in the next game of our broadcast.
And that's going to be a cracker, especially the fact that from Kenya was able to get one over the reigning champions. Right. They have a beef there.
Wait. Oh, offensive foul. And it's a big one. It surely makes sure that 48 seconds on that clock is going to be very crucial. And Kibra do have a very big advantage of 5 points. Now, they just need to hold on to the basketball, play the time.
They need to be disciplined enough. Take care.
Oh, they haven't. A foul again. This is now where it's going to be crucial. This foul that they are picking, luckily for them, it's just the 4th one.
Yeah, still, it means they have one. They don't have one to give. It means on the next one, the Dementors are going to be going to the line. They just have to be disciplined. They've done all the work. 57 seconds on the clock. Be disciplined enough to finish the game.
Well, it will be brought out by Garang. Wild miss again. They've missed now 3 very wild shots, and they also picked up an offensive foul. Dementors are going to fall surely in this game so far.
Personally, for me, I don't know why Garang is attempting to take these long threes. I love him when he's playing his game. Let him keep attacking the paint.
Malek. Very young by. For 3, gets it, and surely wins it for Kibra. It's over, and he shows them that it's time to go to sleep. It's over. And you're having a bit of words with the opposition players. That's over. That's completely done. They are in a hurry now, and it's not going to help. Yeah. Not going to help. Even if they left them, the clock is surely up now in the next couple of seconds. They know that it is over, and Kibra do indeed take game 1, and we had discussed with you at halftime, and you had mentioned that Kibra were a bit disappointing in the first half.
Yeah, I think for me, the fact that they've been in the playoffs, they have the experience, and the fact that they were not maximizing on their strengths, I felt like that was their own undoing. But clearly we can see that they've made those key adjustments, and now they've carried game one.
Crucially, it's a team that finished second that has been taken out by the team that finished seventh.
Yeah, says a lot about our league. You cannot really predict and say that a team will just come and walk away just because they kind of like have been on the run or on the roll. Definitely, each team for us who are in the playoffs have a shot at the championship.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it. We've seen teams fall when they expected to win, and that says a lot about what kind of competition is there. It's just too much in the CL. Sometimes you think you can wake up in the morning and you can come have a good day out. Oh, we're going to play, so and so. And you just wake up in the morning and you think, I'm going to have a good time. It doesn't happen like that, does it?
It doesn't. It doesn't. I think for me, one kudos to the coaches. I think for me, the fact that coaches are working, coaches are scouting, coaches are making adjustments speaks a lot.
Now, as we look at the roundup of this fantastic basketball game in the CL today, so far the first of the two-part series, from Kenya are going to play the champions later on. So far, you can see the field goal. Kibra just edged it, I think, right at the end, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. I think for me, the fact that they were disciplined enough to finish the game, especially for me, that was crucial. But I think for me, I would say that especially for Dementor, I think they kind of like ended up doing things that were not really matching up with what we had expected, and especially what we're seeing from our stats.
Okay, another thing that is so important, you look at the percentage of the 3 points and as the rebounds, all those things combined, you can see that Kibra just edged it a little bit. That little bit is the one that has given them the victory.
And I think for me, it's more about the experience that Kibra has and have, especially coming into these playoffs.
Well, the final score in the first game of Dementors versus Kibra, as we look at the highlights, it's been a fantastic basketball game.
It has been a fantastic one, and I think you had made a call earlier that we were expecting fireworks, and it lived up to expectation.
But you had predicted a better second half, and for Kibra, I didn't take it too hard, did I?
And I think for me, I think Kibra, if they're disciplined enough, they are contenders. They are contenders of the CL championship.
Especially with players like Bior, Aguer, and Agulet Malek, who have been absolutely sensational. And Salim coming in the last few minutes of the basketball game to finally start nailing those 3-point shots, which has made sure that they even edge in the statistic in terms of the conversion percentages.
And I think Sally's true statement of, like, especially for shooters, yeah, it doesn't matter how many shots you take, keep taking them, because eventually they will start falling in. And for him, it was so clear that they started falling in at the right time.
Yeah, it's true, and I would like to agree with you on that. As we leave you with the replays of this particular first game, it's been absolutely sensational, and I hope to see you in the next one very soon. In less than 15 minutes, we should be back here to enjoy some of this wonderful basketball game that the CL has provided here at the Nile Gym.
Yeah, most definitely, Sir Clay. It has been an honor being back here again in this beautiful hot seat provided by Okapi Sports.
Well, please don't leave us. Just take some refreshments and then come back to join us as we see Salim says it's now over.
Nighty
night. It's time for you to sleep. I've been your commentator alongside Moses Musosi. My name is Kyle Musa. I'll see you when Farm Kenya takes on Twende Sports.